And so we are going to get started. So let me just tell you a little bit about what we're going to do. So we're going to go in alphabetical order. So Hugo, me, and Miranda are going to draw some, we're going to try to get you to guess a real species of fish based on our drawings. And so it could be any fish. And then, what you'll do is you'll just guess in the chat what you think it's going to be. So we're going to start. Hugo will do 3, I'll do 3, Miranda will do 3, and then we'll do a second round where we each do another 3. And so after each fish, Scaly's going to pull up a slide. We're going to learn a little bit about that fish. All right, Hugo, you're up first, so take it away.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. So let's see.
So Hugo's fancy. He's got this special drawing board. You'll see Miranda and I are going to be a little more. Oh, and another fun thing. I don't know if anybody did it during BugFest. That was our first try at this. So we've gotten better. But what we decided to do is that Miranda, Hugo, and I do not know what each other's fish are. So we're going to be guessing along with you. But we'll do it silently.
Any guesses?
Coco, Penny, and Bella say spotted, and then LB says spotted check face.
What this guy is doing?
I want to guess.
Spotted right stargazer, spotted look, spotted stargazer.
Actually, that you almost have it. I can say that.
That's William, the spotted stargazer.
He's
Watcher.
Spot check stargazer.
Spot check stargazer. Oh, that's really close.
Yeah.
Guess that's
beautiful, beautiful.
I guess that's why he gazes at the stars.
So the stargazers have both venomous spines and powerful electric shocks to ward off the predators and overpowered prey. So there are more than 51 species. So the spot check stargazer is just only in Australia and Philippines. But we have 51 species that they are living around all over the world in shallow to extremely deep waters.
So Hugo, we have a question. William wants to know, is he healthy?
Healthy?
I think he looks a little ill in this picture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are not the top models of fish, but yeah, they are healthy. That one is healthy. They are not beautiful.
It does look like he kind of.
And actually, what they normally do is that they bury their whole body under the sand, so they can ambush their prey. And actually, some of them, they have an appendage over their forehead to attract prey, because it looks like a worm, and they move it like a worm. So it's a pretty cool fish. Not beautiful, but pretty cool. Okay, let's see the next one. This is much easier. And I'm going to use another color, actually.
Kim says she thinks they're beautiful. Blue shark, bluefin tuna.
Yes.
Ah, good job, bluefin tuna.
So the bluefin tuna, the bluefin are the largest tuna, up to 2,000 pounds and 15 feet long, and can live up to 40 years. Bluefin are unique because they maintain a body temperature than the water around them, and that allows them to move faster in cold water. And it is believed that the Atlantic bluefin population has declined 90% since 1970s due to overfishing.
And we have an exhibit about them in the NRC on the first floor.
Exactly. And this is, I love this one. This is cute, but dangerous. So let's see.
Cookie. Cookie cutter fish, chocolate chip knife jaw, puffer fish. Cookie cutter shark. Oh, that's the Pellman family. Got it. Biscuit knife shark. Oh my gosh, look at
Cookie
this.
cutter shark. So this shark lives miles underwater and migrates 2 miles to the surface every night and returns to the deep with the dawn. The name of the cookie cutter comes from the round bites this shark makes on prey. These wounds were explained by Samoan legend as a sacrifice that fish made to the community chief for entry to Palauli Bay.
So LB says it looks like it had braces because it has perfect teeth. And Sam wants to know what's the name of their dentist. Except he does look like he needs to brush in that picture.
Yeah, but it's
got a little or floss. He's got a little something in there.
It's super cool because if you research online praise of the shark, that you see like a hole, it's like completely rounded hole on their skin. Okay, so those are my 3 ones.
Okay, so it's my turn. All right, I'm going to use the regular whiteboard function. All right, everybody ready? All right.
Constellation. Dotted eaglefish.
Getting close.
Sun.
Sam said, wouldn't it be funny if the different cookie cutter shark species had different mouth shapes? Like a gingerbread mouth shape. Spotted eagle ray.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Hold on. All right, so spotted eagle rays are amazing. So they have that funny looking snout. They use that to dig in the sand for buried food, such as crabs and bivalves and whelks. And so the spotted eagle ray is the largest ray aside from the manta rays. And their wingspan can be greater than 11 feet and they can weigh over 500 pounds. And they're capable of swimming with great speed and they can jump their entire body out of the water. So they are an incredibly beautiful fish. And of course, rays, like sharks, are cartilaginous fishes. Okay.
The Pellman family said it looks like a dolphin and a ray had a baby.
Okay, so let's clear that. All right. All right, friends, are you ready? Here we go.
It's a P.
Needlefish.
Yes, needlefish. Isn't that a good needle?
Right.
Awesome. All right. Okay, so needlefish have super toothy mouths. Look at all those cute little teeth. And they're predatory, so they use those sharp pointy teeth to catch and eat little smaller fish with a swift sideways sweep of their jaw. So they spend most of their time near their surface, and they frequently can jump from the water and they'll be in schools or alone, and they can go 38 miles per hour, which is really fast. So I don't know if you've ever been to the beach and you go down on the dock and you'll see these like really long skinny fish like right near the surface. Those are the needlefish. So they're pretty cool. All right, here we go. Okay, are we ready? This is the one I think, this is the one I think might be a little hard.
A road.
Somebody crashes on the road.
Oh no. You took a dark turn. A river.
Yes.
Red. Dog.
Come on, Anne.
Red river horse. Red horse. Red river, red dog, seahorse.
No. Yes. Well, it's a river red horse. River red horse. So this is a really cool fish. So these are, they're a vulnerable species. So this is a freshwater species, unlike the other two. So they live in the eastern US and Canada. And so unfortunately, the reason that, again, like in the movie we watched last night, a lot of these populations are disconnected from each other, which makes them vulnerable because there's uninhabitable sections of the rivers that are caused by human activity. So the blunt nose of the river red horse, these little blunt nose there, it's perfect for bottom feeding. And they also have several molar teeth that they use to crush mussel shells. So they need warm, clear rivers to spawn and feed. And so the turbulence that that comes from development and farming causes muddy water and silt runoff. And so that is uninhabitable by the red horses. So they need really clear, clean streams. So they're really cool. All right, so all right, Miranda, your turn.
All right. Okay, I got my first one. I am ready. Okay.
Thanks, Susan. She says we're really experts and she's impressed.
Oh, ran out of space.
Hugo. He's bringing up well, he said dog date cicada, which is still wrong. Hugo. Skelly says cowpoke. Witch. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if that's right, but it looks like a witch to me too. Magic man. What's that? What's it point? What's she pointing to? Molefish. Beauty mark. So Randy, you let us know if we're getting wartfish, molefish.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
William says boogerfish. Wapfish.
Okay, move on. The correct word was said.
Okay. Wartfish. Wart frog. So Brandon, just nod if we're getting close. So we have wart frog, wart frog, wart frogfish, warty frogfish.
Warty frogfish.
Oh, that was Coco, Penny, and Bella got warty frogfish. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell what's going on right there.
It's so cute. Okay, so just a lot of these kind of angler type fish. So these are master hunters, and they have really cool camouflage to blend in with the coral reefs where they live. And they can actually change their color over the period of a few weeks to match their kind of changing environment. So if they move to a different kind of coral structure, or even with coral bleaching, they can kind of turn all white and still blend in with their environment. And they do, like other anglerfish, they do have that kind of angler.
I was gonna ask what that was.
Theirs is like really tiny and small, and so they use it to lure over prey, and they gulp them up with their big wide mouths.
So Sam wants to know, how do they change their color? Do they shed their scales?
I don't think so. I didn't research them that much. That's a great question. It might just be like in their, yeah, I don't know.
Miranda's really good at researching. So when while Hugo's going, Miranda can look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up, because now I want to know how they change their color too. All right, next one. Uh-oh. All right, I apologize in advance because I did not look at a map when I should have.
Egg.
Let's see what's that here. Yeah.
Hugo says an olive. Oh, I get it. I can see what it is, I think. Coco, Penny, and Bella say earth, which is, it is earth. So what's that, friends? What's she pointing to? You should be able to get that. Japan. Okay, Amy got it. Australia. Very good.
Okay.
Australian ghostfish. Australian ghost shark.
Yay.
Yeah, that was the T Midthun. Got Australian ghost shark.
Yeah, so the Australian ghost shark is a species of chimera. It's also known as the elephant fish. So it gets its name ghost shark because it has this beautiful, shiny, silver, light colored skin. And it's a bottom feeder that has this kind of protruding snout to search for prey in the sand. And their snout is very sensitive to electric fields and movements like other members of this family. And it's not a true shark, this ghost shark. So like true sharks, we know that we can easily find their teeth because they shed their teeth throughout their life and have new ones come in. Ghost sharks continue to grow throughout their lives, and they do not shed their teeth and replace them. So they have their teeth their entire lives.
So the Pellman family wants to know, why is everything weirder in Australia?
So this is not just so there are fish like this, these kind of ghost sharks and chimeras all over the world. There's, if you can search the video, if you search on YouTube for ghost shark, it's a video of a chimera off the coast of California, actually swimming, and it looks, I think, maybe even a little bit weirder than this guy. So. All right. Last one. Okay. Let me.
Mashed potato. Sub. Hot sauce. Spaghetti.
Okay.
Dog. Marinara, pasta, ketchup,
Okay.
meatball.
Spaghetti. It was spaghetti.
It's spaghetti. It is spaghetti.
It is spaghetti.
Okay.
I don't want you to go too far into a hole of weird stuff.
Spaghetti eel. Spaghetti sea dragon.
Yes. Yes, spaghetti eel. I forgot that.
So cute.
Aww.
It's really cool. So this is a shy little eel that is very skinny but can grow to be over 17 inches long. And because it's long and skinny and it's kind of pinky red color, that's where it got its name, spaghetti eel. And so these eels burrow in sand during the day, searching for invertebrates to eat, and they emerge at night to swim at the surface. Super cool. And I actually Googled this one too, and there's a video of one in someone's aquarium eating, and they look a little goofy.
All right, Hugo.
Okay. Let's keep drawing, people. Let's see.
Clam, pearl, clam, pearl. Clamshell.
Another type of clam is more expensive.
Oyster.
Yeah.
Mussel. Oysterfish. Oyster frog.
Oh, sorry, not that one.
Oyster frogfish.
Yep.
So oyster frogfish, that's the answer?
Yeah. No, well,
Okay.
It's not a frog.
Okay.
It was a toad. So
It's an amphibian, I guess.
So this fish is an excellent survivor, able to live in very poor conditions and requires little food. From Maine to Florida, the toadfish lies on the bottom of the ocean near to the shore, waiting for the meal to swim by. And male toadfish have specialized sound-producing muscles attached to their swim bladders that create like a foghorn sound to attract mates. And a cool fact is in 1998, NASA sent the toadfish to space and investigate the effects on microgravity on otolithic organs. Otolith means that calcium structure on their inner ear. So now you know it. Let's go with the next one. Is anybody there? I can hear anything.
Yes, we're all
Okay.
here. We're at the edge of our seats.
Okay.
Everybody's excited. They're ready. So Sam wants to know if they were testing the inner ears of these animals for the effect of zero gravity.
Was the microgravity, just to test that of the microgravity, yeah.
Flag. Flagtail fish.
Yep. I don't know how to draw these actually.
Flagtail shark. They're just guessing now. Okay. Oof, that's a hard one, Hugo. Flag-tail stirring stick, flag-tailed seagrass, flag-tailed dropper.
Let's draw another thing that is the same word as
Yeah,
this
I
one,
think you
okay?
should draw something else. Baster. Yeah, Sam. There you go. That's better. Flag-tailed grassfish.
What is this?
Flag-tailed pipefish.
Yeah,
That's the Pellman family. Got it. Yeah, there was a pipette. Oh, he's so cute.
so these colorful relations to seashores live in the warm, shallow waters in the Indo-Pacific and feed on tiny crustaceans. And just like the seahorse, the male pipefish watches over the eggs. It's super cute.
It's really cute.
Okay, my last one. Let me clean all my board.
It's really satisfying watching you erase that, Hugo.
Why?
I don't know, it just seems soothing. Susan agrees with me. Yeah, so the quality of Hugo's drawings are really putting Miranda and I to shame. So Susan says gnome, dwarf fish,
Almost.
Sam says, which dwarf is that? Ichthyology dwarf. Lantern. Dwarf lanternfish. Come on, friends. Dwarf lantern shark.
Exactly.
That is William. Ooh. Oh, he's so cute.
It is. Actually, this is the smallest shark alive that exists. So the biggest one is the whale shark, and this is the smallest one. So this diminutive shark is the smallest of all sharks. A full-grown specimen fits in a human hand. And the lantern shark is very elusive and very little that we know about it. So its name comes from the small size of the photophores on its body that glow in the dark.
He does look like he's glowing. And how big did you say he was, Hugo?
It fits in the palm of your hand, so like 4 or 5 inches.
And is he a deep water fish?
I'm not sure about that, but I will look for it while you are drawing.
Okay, sounds good. All right, here we go. You ready for my last 3? I'm ready. Let's see.
Oh, Skelly said that all deaths. So
All depths. Oh, interesting. All right.
LB said lemon.
Yes. Gonna get a much different.
Lemon corn. Light bulb.
Come on, y'all.
Lemon shark.
Yes. Like you were not going to get Hugo's quality of shark here.
So Jackie got it.
Good job, Jackie. Thank you for
Jackie
validating
got
my
it,
shark.
and Hugo didn't say anything, so she made sure that you saw it. Lemon shark, lemon shark, lemon shark.
Awesome. Okay, so this so lemon shark is much larger than the lantern shark, so they can be 11 feet long, and so they're long-lived sharks. They can live 25 to 30 years old, and they're called lemon sharks because of their yellow coloring. So unlike other sharks, which are kind of opportunistic feeders, lemon sharks are picky eaters. So they display a high degree of preference for certain species of fish, like parrotfish or mojaras. So these sharks, like lots of other sharks, are really social and they prefer to live in groups. And so because of that, the brain of the lemon shark is similar in relative mass to mammals. So that means that it suggests that they have the ability to learn from social interactions and are able to cooperate with other sharks, which is really, really, really amazing for a fish or a shark, something like that. But as we know, social animals tend to have bigger brains. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Party hat. So king crown, queen.
Queen, very good. I gave it eyelashes to help with that.
Queenfish. Queen sea dragon, queen parrot.
Oh yes, good job, queen parrot.
So Coco, Penny, and Bella got it.
What queen parrot fish?
Fish.
So look at the queen parrotfish. Isn't that beautiful?
Very beautiful, very colorful.
So the queen parrotfish is the preferred meal of a lemon shark. So at night, parrotfish will find a hole in the coral reef to sleep in, and they'll surround themselves with a foul-tasting mucus to deter the lemon sharks and other predators. So they're brilliantly colored, and they're herbivores. And so they use their beak to scrape plants and algae from the coral reef. And so that actually opens space for the corals to attach and grow. And so my favorite fact about, well, my second favorite fact about queen parrotfish is that their feeding activities result in eating some coral, and then which they poop out, and that's what creates most of the sand that surrounds coral reefs. So all that beautiful sand is parrotfish poop. My other favorite fact is I know that some of you, if you saw the program this morning, we used to have lionfish in our tank, and our queen parrotfish actually ate our lionfish, which is why we don't have them anymore. And they started with their eyeballs, which is a fun museum fact. And so Elvie says, thank you for making dreamy beaches. Yeah, I know. We didn't think anything ate the lionfish either until she ate them. All right, so I saved the best, AKA the hardest, for last. I hope somebody gets this one.
So Sam said dog days catfish.
Yeah, it's pretty much, I think, gonna go like that. It's hard to color in the lines. Okay.
Vernon family said robin.
Yes. Ooh, you're so smart.
Robin fish.
But there's a very specific part of the robin I want you to guess.
Red-breasted ray. Red-chested sunfish.
Yeah. Wait. Almost.
Red-chested sunfish.
It's not chested.
Red-bellied sunfish. No. Belly ray fish. Red-bellied sunfish. Here we go. Red-breasted sunfish.
Yes, who got that?
Stacy.
Good job, Stacy. All right, the red breast sunfish. Oh, I'm so glad you got that. That was a hard one to draw. So another freshwater fish. So this is a species native to river systems in the eastern US and Canada. So the female redbreast lays about 1,000 eggs in a depression created by the male. So then the male guards the eggs and the fry from predators. So these fish primarily feed on insects, and they'll eat hundreds of mayfly and dragonfly larvae in a day. So these are just some fun local native fish that we have here in North Carolina. All right, Miranda, back to you.
All right, I'm ready.
LB wants to know if we ever wish we were covered in rainbow scales. And then Sam says she thinks it would be itchy, but I think it would be slimy.
Maybe the slime is to help with the itchiness.
Maybe.
All right, let's see.
Does anybody have any guesses? Northern sawfish.
Yes.
All right, so Amy got that first, but the Pellman family also got it.
Okay.
Awesome.
This is also called the large tooth sawfish, Skelly. If you're confused about which one to show. Okay, cool. So the northern sawfish is a really amazing animal, as you can see, and it can grow to nearly 25 feet long, with about 25% of that length is like the saw or the rostrum of the fish. And they're pretty long-lived, although we're not sure exactly how long they do live. We estimate that they live between 30 and 80 years, which is a pretty wide range. They're really great swimmers, and they can perform really cool swimming feats. So they can swim backwards, straight up. They can jump up to 15 feet out of the water, and it's believed that they can perform on these feats to help them swim upstream and go over waterfalls and stuff like that.
So William has a question.
Yeah.
He wants to know if those two things on the nose are like nostrils.
I assume that there's functionally kind of like that, probably to help with like water getting in through, the same way our noses help us breathe. They need, water to be moving over the gills.
Yeah, and Sam said, wait, did you just say they can swim up waterfalls?
Yeah, so they're really big fish, and so they travel a lot. So they kind of, they spend a lot of time, most of their lives in salt water, but they swim. They're usually born in freshwater rivers, or sometimes in kind of brackish water bays, and they will live their first few years in freshwater.
So cool. So are they like, it looks like a shark. Is it a shark?
No, I don't think so. I know that, so they don't have, like, they don't, on their rostrum, they're not really like, yeah, they're like a weird fish. Hold on. Maybe Skelly knows more about.
He says they're not sharks.
He says they are not sharks.
Yeah. And I know, like, well, sharks can do that buccal pumping too.
where they.
Oh, so they're ray.
they're-
Oh, they're in the ray family.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that. So if you put a picture up, I was describing it to my brother-in-law, and I said it's, it's a weird combination of looking fish because it looks definitely like if you look at this part of it, the back part, it definitely looks very like shark. And then the middle part, especially if you look underneath, they definitely look like a ray, right? Like that mouth part and the fins going out. But then they have that really weird rostrum on the front of their faces.
And where are their gills, Miranda? Because because a shark would have the gills up at the top, but like I see like it maybe in the picture it might have like the gills underneath, which is I'm trying to think of where rays have them. Is it under?
Yes, the rays have those kind of they're like under that's probably why that they have those holes to help move through their gills.
Like the buccal pumping. That's so cool. I love how we're all just like totally fascinated by this animal, but he is amazing.
Oh, yeah, Skelly pointed out the gills kind of under the fins area.
Yeah, that's what it looks
the happy thing.
Yeah. Well, he just looks like he looks serene, like kind of happy, but totally chill.
Yeah. I mean, so like a lot of fish, especially larger fish like this, and especially larger fish that inhabit freshwater rivers, it is endangered. It was overhunted, habitat destruction. And, when you think of these large fish that are moving up and down rivers and we're damming rivers and polluting rivers, then they can have a harder time. So, and then, people like to collect their rostrum too. They need them. Okay.
America. American. Paddle.
No.
Pipette. American oarfish. Is that right?
You had not oar. It's not an oar.
Oh, it's not an oar. Okay.
Spoonfish.
American spoonfish. Yeah.
You had
American
someone said it
paddlefish.
earlier. Yes, an American
paddlefish. That's the Pellman family.
Paddlefish.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, so the American paddlefish, another really cool fish, and it is a close relative to the sturgeon, which if you saw the movie last night, then you've seen, probably heard of a sturgeon. And this is a really old family of fishes. So it has fossil records dating back over 125 million years, and it's a freshwater fish native to the Mississippi River Basin. It's under contention whether this is the last species in the family. One potential living relative is the Chinese paddlefish, but it hasn't been seen since 2003. So a lot of scientists are assuming that it's extinct at this point, and so that the American paddlefish is the last of its family. And so this fish has a really sensitive rostrum to help it detect plankton swarms in the water. And it can open its mouth really wide. If you think of like a basking shark, then that's kind of how it feeds. So it opens its mouth really wide, kind of swims through these plankton swarms in the water and kind of filters those plankton out. Overfishing, habitat destruction threaten these fish, especially because females don't start sawing eggs until they're 7 to 10 years old. So it takes them along. Any kind of animal, especially a fish that takes that long to start breeding, usually has issues with recovering if they get overfished or their habitat gets destroyed. And then a lot of invasive species like zebra mussels are a threat to the food supplies.
So Miranda, were they marine or freshwater?
These are freshwater.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to find them all in the Mississippi River Basin. They have been eliminated from some of their range, original range in America. So there are several states that They used to be in some of the tributaries off of the main river, but they're still hanging on. We just need to watch out.
So Sam wants to know, why do fish have such long noses? And she feels like
so I think like with this one, maybe it's because it's really, really sensitive to detect those plankton swarms, and so maybe that for whatever reason they wanted more sensitivity, and so more sensitivity means more sensors and a longer rostrum.
that sounds good to me. And is spatula the same as spatula? Sounds the same to me. And yeah, Skelly says there's 10,000 plus receptors on their rostrum. I think usually when you see things like that, that's that's what those are for, just like a narwhal. So they can sense chemicals, like chemoreceptors in their horns. So Sam said it's a long boop snoop.
Lots of booping too. Okay, this is the best one.
And that's our last one of the night, right, Miranda?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Last one.
Okay.
The same crash.
All right, red. Folks are saying red. Red-lipped. Red-lipped batfish.
Red-lipped batfish.
Oh, William got it first, but then Pellman family got it, and Jackie got it, and Amy got it. Yay. Oh my God. That is the best fish I have ever seen.
It is an amazing fish. So these are tropical fish, also called a Galapagos batfish that can be found in and around the Galapagos Islands. They've also been found other places, but yeah, really amazing fish. They're not great swimmers, so they have a lot like the frogfish we saw earlier, and they're not good swimmers. They have these specialized fins, kind of look like funny legs they use to walk along the ocean floor. And sometimes we're not completely sure why they have these bright red lips, but we think that it's probably to help them maybe recognize other members of their species during spawning.
So William wants to know why they have the bumps on the back. There's so many different things going on here that I feel like we need to go through, anatomically need to go through them one by one, Miranda. The bumps, the whiskers, the legs, the lips, the unicorn horn.
Skelly might have to help me with some of these things, but so it has this like weird protrusion on the front of its face that looks like a weird nose. Yeah. And actually underneath that, you see that little white spot? That is actually its lure. And so instead of having a lure on kind of on top of its head that it kind of flings forward, it has this lure kind of hidden underneath. And so when you watch a video of it, it looks like, if you have something in your nose and you're breathing and it keeps coming out and going back in, that's kind of what the lure looked like to me. The kind of just pops up out of his little projection and then back in. Yeah, I guess it wants to lure things closer to its
What are the little
mouth.
tentacles?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
Skelly.
the little hairs.
Yeah, the little hair thing.
Because look, it has it on its little unicorn horn, and then it has it like all around its mouth like a goatee, and then it has it down this like flap too.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I would just So Skelly is confirming that it is for sensing. So probably since it's kind of on the bottom, it's probably used maybe for sensing prey and other things, especially as it's walking along the bottom. yeah.
It's amazing. So
Harry.
what is it related to?
So it's kind of in the family of
Besides other batfish, LD. Like, where is
Yeah,
this
so
in the
it's gonna-
phylogenetic tree? Oh, it's an anglerfish. Oh, so that's why it has the thing.
So yeah, so just like other anglerfish, it has the angle, like I think it's called an elistrum or something. Elysium is what those kind of angles are called, and but this was Elysium instead of being up on top of its head, which was where we think of anglerfish Elysiums, that they point them forward, kind of angle them. It's just underneath this weird projection that it has.
It's pretty amazing.
There are other species of batfish too. There's like rosy lip batfish.
And I just wanted to point out that it's also named for Darwin.
It is, yes, it is named for Darwin.
Perfect fish to end on.
Yeah, so Darwin talked a lot about adaptations, and this fish obviously has a lot of really amazing, unique adaptations, which is one of the reasons why it was named after Darwin.
All right. Well, that is all we have tonight, right? So thank you all.
That's
This is our last program of Darwin Days. Thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you had fun guessing our drawings, and I hope you had fun at the other programs these 2 days. So our team, does the big events at the museum. And so our next big one is going to be Astronomy Days in the end of January. So I hope you can join us for that. We'll have to think of some creative programs like this to do for Astronomy Days as well. But happy Darwin Days. Thank you to Brandon, Hugo, and all the other staff that helped so much over these past 2 days. Thank you to our sponsors, an anonymous donor in Syngenta, and thank you to all of you for sticking with us and hanging out in this virtual world that we find ourselves in. I'm glad we can still do some fun programming and hang out with all of you. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend and happy Darwin Days.